Welcome to the 28th Filmfest Hamburg. Today we're going to have Q&A of the movie 16 Printemps, Frühling in Paris. And our guest is Suzanne Lindon. Welcome! So great to have you under these circumstances.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be there. Well, to be like virtually there, but
Great. How are you today?
I'm okay. I'm really happy to do this Q&A and to be selected with the film in Hamburg. This is a real honor. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Speaking of, I want to congratulate you because you haven't only been selected for Hamburg, but as well for Cannes and as well for the International Festival in Toronto. So first of all, for your very first movie, congratulations. And I wanted to know, how does it feel? What does it do to you to be selected for Cannes?
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, this is an honor because this is a very independent movie and I did it without any money. So knowing that it's selected in Cannes and in Toronto and here in Hamburg and everything, this is a real honor. And this is great about legitimacy too, because you know, when you're just working in an industry and when you start to work in an industry, this is, well, the biggest dream is to know that people who are working in the industry and who are like very, very respected by everybody recognize themselves in what you did. And so I was very happy that the people from Cannes and from all these festivals liked the movie. That was very, very important to me. And I did not expect this for this film. This was totally unexpected. So this was a real surprise and the most beautiful surprise ever.
Great. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the movie and, well, what I would like to understand, or how you could allow us to understand the trigger between the mutual attraction of and fascination that the two characters shared. Tell us a little bit more about them.
That was what I really wanted to show in the movie is the daily life of a 16-year-old girl who is bored with people her own age. And I think that I wrote the movie when I was 15, 5 years ago, because now I'm 20. And when I was writing it, I remember that I was currently living this weird period of life when you're a teenager and when you don't really know who you are, but you have to discover new things before even knowing what you want and what you're gonna be. So I wanted to talk about this in the movie, but I wanted to talk about an older man who is living exactly the same, who is at the same point in his life than this young girl. And this love encounter was to me a way to explain how two people can be bored at the same time and unboard them while meeting each other. So I think that this moment when you discover new things, this was really important for me to show that when you fall in love, it doesn't have to be a physical love and you don't have to like experiment a lot of physical things, but you know, there's a lot of modesty. They're like they're a little scared to approach each other at the beginning of the movie, but that was important to me to show that love can be can happen and can be very powerful between two people who are not living the same life. So that was the starting point of the movie.
Yes, all right. And well, you can see that your style of portraying Suzanne and Raphael falling in love appears to be very, very poetical, and in the sense that those two characters appear very harmonious because when they dance together, you feel like everything goes in line. So what made you choose dance to express emotion?
Actually, at the beginning when I was writing the script, the dance was not here, and it was, I had the feeling that something missed me in the movie. Like I wanted them to have their own way to communicate, and I wanted them to have a certain sensuality between them without kissing or anything. I didn't want them to have a physical relationship, but I wanted them to have their own way to communicate, so their own language. And I've always danced in my life because since I'm 4, I am taking dance lessons. So this appeared very natural to me to dance in the movie. And when I was writing it, I was thinking a lot of Pina Bausch. She's my favorite choreographer. And I wanted like these moments of dance. I didn't want them to be like too obvious. I wanted to put little twists in the love scenes, and it appeared that dancing was a way for them to really live their love story without kissing or without making love or anything. And because there is an age difference between them, this was kind of touchy to express how can they fall in love. And I wanted the male character to be totally respectful, and I wanted the young girl to be totally strong, and I didn't want them to be influenced by the fact he's older than her. So dancing together and living this love story in a poetical way was to me the best way to show that two people from different lives can just fall in love and live it as simple as it can be. So yeah.
Nice. So who did the choreography for that dance?
I did, and with my dance teacher helped me, and we recreated the choreographies together. So.
Oh, lovely. So how would you call this dance style? Is it like modern or?
I don't know. To me, it's like contemporary dance. I don't know if it's English to say that, but in France in French we would say danse contemporaine, and I think it's more like how to transform daily life into something a little magic and into little like weird gestures that people can have. It's not really dancing, it's not ballet or anything, but it's between theater and dance and actually like daily things that we could do every day. So yeah.
So well, you said you've been dancing basically almost all in your entire life. So when did you know that you wanted to go into the film industry rather than, for instance, be a great dancer, as obviously this is another of your talent?
I think that I've always wanted to do that, to do something linked with cinema. And I think like I know that when you're little, like my friends wanted to be princess or policeman or anything. I didn't want to do anything else than just act. I think that was the first thing I wanted to do. It was acting. And because my parents are actors, I wanted to do it, but I was too shy to say it. And I wanted to feel really legitimate to do it. So I wanted to feel chosen for the good reasons, because acting was my passion and not because my family is linked to movies. So I decided to write this movie so I can act in it, and so I can like feel totally legitimate to do it. So the first, I think that I've always knew that I wanted to. I've always known. Sorry for my English. That I wanted to make films and to play in films, but I was too shy to say it. And when I was 15, I decided to write this movie, and it helped me to like really assume that I wanted to do it. And I started to feel more confident, and I wrote the script and I wrote the role to play it. And at the end, I was so happy to do everything at the same time, because I really wanted to make a real artistic gesture. So to me, writing the movie, directing the movie, and playing in it was the only way to really create an object that looked like me entirely. So,
Wow, I'm very much impressed, but help me more to understand. So you were 15 years old. And then you think one day I will start writing, as in I'll write, like instead of writing a diary, you said I'll write a script. And then you sit down and write every day. How long did it take you?
Well, it took me 3 weeks, but the script was very, very little. Like it was, I think, 50 pages. And at the beginning, I had no pressure because I had no money to make the film. So I was alone, and this was my secret. I wasn't speaking to anyone about the movie, and I did it as something really simple in my life. And I wanted to write the movie, but I don't know, I was in high school and I was with my friends and everything. So that was something really important to me. But I think that I was unconscious at that time, and I didn't know what making a movie really was. So I was writing it as if I were writing someone else's diary. And that was really interesting because I had no pressure. When I wanted to write like 10 pages in one day, I wrote 10 pages. But when I wanted to write only like 2 lines, I was totally free to write only 2 lines. And that was very, that was a great experience.
Nice. So 3 weeks, you finished the script. And then you put it in your drawer and then thought like, I mean, I have it 5 years later. Now I have saved the money or I've raised it and now I'll do the film. What was the process from actually writing the book, having it kept as a secret, and then today we are here?
Well, it took me 3 weeks to write the script, but it took me longer to, transform the script into dialogues and rework on it and everything. So I think that it took me a year to have something that I really liked. But when I was 15, I wrote the story, and I wrote what I wanted to talk about in 3 weeks. And then I started high school. So I was really focused on the first year of high school. And I was dreaming of making the movie and of playing in it. That was my dream. I only thought about that. And this was the only topic in my conversations. I was only talking about that, but that wasn't possible because I loved school and I wanted to have my final exam. So I wanted to finish high school and then focusing on my movie. And this is what I did. I finished high school, and then I took the script and I was only thinking about that. And I found the producer, and I found 2 or 3 people to make money in the movie, because that was very, very complicated to find money to make it. And I was only doing that. And in parallel, I was applying for a very difficult concourse in France for a school of art, and I had the concourse. So I was taken in the school, and I think that I shot the movie during summer between my baccalaureate, so this is my final exam, and between going to that school that I was accepted in. So I was in a hurry for making the film. We did it in 3 weeks, but that was the greatest experience in my life. So
Wow, a lot of great experiences. So first, congratulations to your baccalaureate as well. Then for the acceptance to the school that you wanted to go. And then, of course, the movie already, wow, outshines almost everything. What are you studying at the school, or what are you doing there?
Well, actually, I had not the opportunity to start the school the previous year because I had to edit the film. So it took me the whole year. So I'm going to that school this year, and I'm gonna do a lot of different things like design, photography, videos, a lot of artistic things, and I don't know. I'm going to see what I like the most. I think it's going to be video, but...
What a surprise. Wow, it sounds really, really exciting. One thing I noticed in the coffee, you ordered a specific drink. Is this your favorite drink indeed?
Yeah. I always order that. It's Diabolo Grenadine, lemonade and grenadine. And I always have this at the cafe and everything with my friends. And I don't drink alcohol. So at parties, when everybody is just like drunk, I'm here with my glass of lemonade and grenadine, and I'm in the middle of people dancing and just being crazy, and I'm just with my little thing, and I'm here enjoying the party with this weird thing to have. So yeah, my friends do not really understand it because they think it's disgusting. They don't like the taste, but I really love it.
But then that's nice to enjoy then at the party. So as you said, at a party, and we saw this scene as well in the movie. So how much about you, your real life, has been, you know, can be found in that movie? It seems like you took a little moments that out of your personal life. So it's a very personal thing, isn't it? Plus, you are the main character as well.
Yeah, this is a very personal film, but I think that well, this is my opinion, but to me, if I want to make something that I'm going to be proud of, I need it to be really sincere. And this is why I took little things from my real life, such as, you know, the character's name is Suzanne, and this is my name in real life. And I thought that, sorry, to be really sincere, I needed to keep my real name. And of course, I'm really different. I'm not really like the character I'm playing in my life. I have a lot of friends, and my relationship with my family is really, really good as it is in the movie, but I'm really closer to my parents than in the movie. I can say anything to them and everything. But I think that when I was writing the movie, I felt a sort of melancholy that I wasn't able to explain at that time. And this is what I wanted to talk about in the film. This is how difficult it can be to, well, just to grow up. And adolescence is a weird period, and I was living it, but of course it is way more important in the film. And being alone and loneliness is something that I had experiment in my life, not too much, but I don't know, I think it helped me to write something. And this is why I was interested into this topic, and this is why this became the film. So
when was the first time that you told your parents? I mean, did you tell them that you had a script? Did they read it, or did you say no, I will not show them till Khan calls me?
yeah, well, they were totally forbidden to come on set. They didn't have right to come on set. I didn't want them to come, and they haven't seen anything before before Cannes. I think that when I knew for Cannes, I organized a screening in Paris and I showed the movie to my parents, but it was like a month ago. So it was very weird because this was, I spent the whole year, like last year, I spent the whole year editing the movie and just building an object that really looked like me. And I had a lot of fears and of thoughts, and I wasn't talking about the movie that much to my parents. I was talking about it sometimes, but because they are doing the same thing as me, well, because they're in this industry, I didn't want them to help me. And because I'm their daughters, I wanted to feel very legitimate to do it. I know that a lot of people are going to say that this is because I'm their daughters that I can do something like this. But if I know that I worked to have what I have today, then I will feel a little better. So I didn't want them to have anything to do with my movie. So yeah.
Oh, wow, great. So how did you cast the people in your movie?
Well, so as I said earlier, I wrote the movie to play in it. So the main character is me, but I knew that it would be me since the very beginning. So that was settled. And then I had seen a movie with Arnaud, the one who's playing Raphael, the man I'm in love with in the movie.
Yes.
Yeah. When I was writing the movie, I wasn't imagining the character like this, But when I saw Arnaud in a movie, I was like, okay, I need him to play in my movie, and I hope that he's gonna like the story, and I hope that he's gonna like the script. So I found his phone number and I called him. He didn't know me very well, and I said, I have a script and I would like you to read it if you're okay. He said, yeah, sure, send it to me. And he called me back like an hour later and he said, I want to do it. So I was more than happy. I remember that it was on May the 16th, 2018. So I remember the date because it was important.
Wow. Oh no, but that's really nice. I mean, to find someone that's immediately hooked up by the story, and I mean, an hour, that's quite quick, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm really happy. And for the actors who are playing my parents, this is Frédéric Pierrot, who plays my dad in the movie. And I've always loved him. And when I was writing the script, I was writing this role for him. Like I was thinking about him and I was hoping that he would like the script. This is an actor that I always love. Like if he's in a movie, I want to see the movie. He's really someone I really love. So yeah, that was very important. And this is the same for the actress who is playing my mom. She's at La Comédie Française, the biggest theater in France, and she's very talented. And I wanted her to play my mom because she reminds me of Julie Andrews and Mary Poppins. And I don't know, I like this, so yeah.
Okay, so did you ever consider your actual parents playing in that movie?
No, never, because I wanted to do it by my own and I didn't want them to read the script. I didn't want them to come on set, so I didn't want them to play in the movie. And I did not have the idea of that. I've never thought about it. This was settled in my head that they would not have anything to do with this film or anything linked with what I wanted to do in life. So I am very proud that they liked the film, but I didn't want them to be in it.
So do you remember their first facial expression or the first things they said when they saw this movie after the screening in Paris?
Yeah, they cried. They cried a lot. They cried a lot, and my mom hugged me, and my dad, at the end of the screening, my dad went out the first, so I saw him, and I was very scared because I thought that he didn't love it, and he was crying. He just sat on a bench, and he took me and he hugged me, and he said that he was very proud. So I was really happy.
Oh, very touching. Oh, no, that's really nice. So my final question, what are your, although you mentioned it a little bit, but are you working currently on other scripts, projects, or what are your next, let's say, what's your next 3 years plan?
For now, I don't know because I don't want to go too fast, and especially in this industry, we just don't know what could happen. And this is not because I just made one film that I'm gonna like be chosen to be an actress in other movies, or that I'm gonna have inspiration to write another one. I hope that I would be chosen and that I will be inspired. And of course, I'm going to work on that. But for now, I just want the movie to be out in France and in the world. And I hope that people are going to like it. And this is my entire program for now.
That sounds very good. Good luck with that. And thank you so much for your time. Greetings to Paris. Au revoir.
Au revoir.